What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a little bit of footage for you for my new truck. I'm super excited. Finally been able to get a truck. I got some news about some stuff coming up for you guys, so stick around. I know it's been some time now that I have actually posted in a while. You know, just busy with life and moves that I'm trying to make to better my life further down the road and whatnot. And I'm pretty excited for that venture. And again, you guys are gonna be there for the full thing. So Andrew and I have been planning on something huge. So super pumped about that, but let's get into working on the truck. So I got a 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn, the tow package and everything. So when I finally finish building the drift car, you know, I'll be able to tow her. So I'm super pumped about it. The truck is super clean. Had one owner, an older guy. He basically traded in for another truck and I was able to land this. But basically what we're gonna be doing on the truck today are these bad boys. So the truck didn't have any running boards or steps or anything like that. So I went around. I've had the truck now for about 3 months, and again, you guys know me, I'm so picky on parts and what I want and how I want things to look and whatnot. And this was the closest thing that I could figure out that this is my idea for the truck. The truck is a quad cab, so I had to make sure that these fit. So I went with this Tyger brand. So basically what we're gonna do is just a simple install. So it comes with everything that you need. So there's different brackets, bolts, mounting hardware, all that jazz for each side. It does come with a warranty and coupon code, and then also your directions. This is specifically for a, I think 2019 to 2025 Ram, and it's a quad cab. You gotta make sure that if you are looking into running boards and whatnot, you need to make sure that you know what you're getting and what you're ordering, because if not, they won't fit. So we're gonna get into this. Let's bring these outside. So looking at these steps here, there's gonna be a D and a P to work on, obviously driver's side and passenger side. The directions say start with the passenger side, so that we're gonna start with this guy right here. All right, you beauties. So we're on the passenger side here. As you guys can see here, okay, there's 3 studs coming off the frame. There's 3 studs back there, and then there's another 3 up front here. So there's a front, a middle, and a rear. These are what we're gonna use the brackets on. So first step, what you have to do is actually clean any undercoating off of these actually studs. So just so that the mounting hardware that you get with the kit isn't gonna get all stripped or anything like that. So just take a wire brush, clean these up, make them real nice, and then move on from there. All right, guys, once you get all those studs all cleaned up, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab this mounting bracket, and as you can see, this is the front of the truck here. So what you want is this piece just like this. So they're all pretty similar. So all we're gonna do is put that on just like that. This little tab's gonna be towards closer to the front of the truck. This little lip here is gonna be towards the middle of the truck. And then all we're gonna do is throw a washer on and a nut on all these. All right, guys, once you have this snug down, you don't wanna go too snug because you wanna be able to slide it side to side, because when you're gonna put all the other brackets on, when you actually get the step on, you're gonna wanna be able to move it a little bit just to adjust it to see exactly where you want your steps to be. So now we're gonna copy this step, the same exact thing that we just did, but for the rear of the truck. So not the middle bracket, only the front and the rear bracket. The middle bracket's gonna be totally something different. All right, now that we got that rear bracket done, basically set up just like the front one, we're gonna work on this middle bracket here. This one is a little bit different. So now as we're looking at this piece here, this is our middle bracket. What you want to make sure is that this lip is at the bottom, not at the top, flipped upside down like this. You want it like this, okay? And then basically we're gonna do the same exact thing. Washer and nut here, washer and nut on that other hole, and we should be good to go and setting that up. So now that we have the initial brackets all set up, what we need to do now is work on our next set of brackets. So there's 2 different types, okay? There's the type that's gonna fit to the middle little bracket that we just put on recently, and then there's the end brackets. And obviously you can tell there's 4 end brackets and 2 middles, because that's exactly how it's gonna line up, okay? So what we're gonna do now is work on our ends. So practically what we're gonna do with these end brackets is pretty simple. So you have 2 little tabs here, these 2 holes, and then these holes in the front. These holes in the front are actually gonna connect to the step itself. These are actually connecting to the bracket that we just put on recently. So this is the front of the passenger right bracket. What we're gonna do here is put this on up, just like so. And if you can see, we're gonna bolt these 2 holes right here together with a nut or with a bolt, a small washer, a big washer, and a nut. Okay, so just 2 bolts, bolt this bracket to the front bracket, and then we should be good to go. All right, guys, so as you can see, one side bolt, small washer, and then nut, small washer. I have the bolts facing towards the front of the truck. That's just what the directions did. So now I'm just gonna tighten these down and then work on the passenger rear doing the same exact thing. Now, since we have the front and the back set up just like that, now we're gonna work on our middle one here, okay? And with our middle one, it's actually pretty simple. It's kind of the same concept. What we're gonna do is we have this here, okay? These tabs are gonna fit just like this. So top, center, and bottom, middle, and then this bottom right is just gonna be just like that. So basically it's just gonna sit just like so. This ledge here is gonna be facing towards the back of the truck, just like that. All right, so once I got that middle bracket kind of set up, I started to put this up. Again, it's very key when you're working on these brackets to leave a little play. You don't want to tighten everything down super tight, because if you try to fit this up and something's off, it's going to be hard. So what I've learned over time is that anytime that you're mounting something, keep things a little bit loose so it has a little bit of play side to side or up and down. So then basically what I did is the brackets actually have a little ledge that comes out towards you. So me being alone, basically all I did was really just kind of rested on there, put my knee under this step and worked on this side, and then I just put 1 bolt in on each little bracket just to make sure that everything kind of lined up. So now I'm gonna make sure that everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna work on the pitch basically bringing it up or down. I'm gonna tighten it up, and then yeah, button everything up. All right, peeps. Well, that's them. That's what they look like on the truck. Again, nothing crazy. I don't like the single like board look. I've always wanted kind of like steps like this, and they're pretty legit, man. All bolted up, ready to go. So this is what it looks like with them. And this is what it looks like without them. Without them. With them. It is mad funny though, because it just pissed on me. It was pouring out. I was like, are you serious? It's been raining all week, and I was like, all right, finally got time. It's not raining, I'm gonna get these done, and look what happens. So now we're just gonna finish up the driver's side. Basically, I'm just gonna give you guys like a quick like fast forward motion of through everything, and then we'll talk about what's going on in the near future with the bike and something else. Well guys, this is what the truck looks like with them finished. Sorry the camera died, but they look really good, honestly. I'm excited, super pumped about them. They came out really good. They're super sturdy. I was literally jumping on them before just to make sure nothing moved, everything stayed locked in place and stuff, so I like them. That's basically the look that I exactly wanted, was exactly that. With the truck steps, Very simple, very easy. Again, just follow these steps. Another step that I did right after I put everything, made sure everything was good, locked in place, is I did go back under and I did use a rust preventative paint over all the things that I kind of cleaned up the threads on, just to make sure that it doesn't rust. Especially in New England, things rust very quickly, so you want to make sure that you have that maintenance so it's not going to happen. With that being said, again, I'm on the up and up on making moves right now. So with that being said, if you guys are looking for any additional content, all you have to do, click the links here. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.